What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Unpopular Zone. I'm here, your host, Unpopular Opinion Sports, and we're gonna be talking about the New York Jets. Yes, you're like, why are the Jets featured on the Unpopular Zone? That's an unpopular damn team. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nobody be caring about. Let me stop trolling. Seriously though, the New York Jets have a quarterback problem. Now, this ain't new to the Jets. Y'all been following the Jets, and the Jets fans, you know the Jets have been trying to fix this quarterback issue for years now. They had Justin Fields last year, had Tyrod Taylor. Obviously, it didn't work out. So they're gonna be looking to upgrade that position, and we're gonna be here to talk about some of their options now. As we're leading up to free agency, there are a lot of rumors, a lot of reports coming out, a lot of moves being made. So we're going to get into some of that here concerning the New York Jets. Again, hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. I'm here, Unpopular Opinion Sports, for all your New York sports talk, all your unpopular opinions, man. And this is how we get down over here. So stay tuned. Let's get right into it.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas you just crossed over into the Unpopular Zone.
Jones is a shell-shocked quarterback. Ryan Dable, this is on you. You did not have this team prepared. Aaron Judge injected for the first time in his career in the seventh. Cam Thomas needs to elevate his playmaking this year. So they got to get there. They got to find a way to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, so New York Jets. Jets, Jets. Nah, let me stop. New York Jets, though. Seriously, New York Jets quarterback situation now. There's a few options. First, you got the draft. You got Ty Simpson. I doubt you can trade up to get somebody like Mendoza. So I don't think that's an option. But there's a couple quarterbacks in the draft that you might be able to take time to sit and develop. But that's the problem. Aaron Glenn don't got time to develop no quarterback. He don't. He might not be here next year. Dead ass. Just saying. So you got to think, what is the best move here for the Jets to get somebody in here so that they can compete, at least try to compete and win a couple games next year? That's going to be hard to do. You're in the AFC East. You got the Super Bowl runner-up in your division, and Buffalo's been kicking your ass for years. So that is an uphill climb, especially given the situation. But what about a guy like Kyler Murray? Now, personally, again, it's Unpopular Opinion Sports. I personally think Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. Personally. Now, there's an outlier here. I'm a little biased because he did play fantasy football for me for a few years up until last year when he got hurt. So, but all jokes aside, man, if you look at his numbers, remember, Kyler Murray, former number 1 overall pick, by the Cardinals. He is expected to get released. So New York Jets, all they got to do is give him the bread and bring him in. Kyler Murray's got options, though, man. They're talking about Minnesota. You talking about teams like Miami. You're talking about teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe, which I hate that fit, but I don't know. It could be leaning Vikings, but it's going to be Kyler Murray's decision. So can't sit up here and say, hey, just go get this guy, go get that guy, go get this guy. That might be a long shot, the Kyler Murray thing. There is also Malik Willis. Malik Willis, by my accounts, the best available free agent as of right now to some of these other guys get released. And Malik Willis is a young, ascending quarterback. You know, he could potentially be a franchise quarterback for the Jets. But it's the same thing with Kyler Murray. Does Malik Willis want to go to the Jets? That dude had to play in Tennessee. Quarterbacks go to die in Tennessee. So he rebounded and was able to go to Green Bay and learn some things and go in relief of Jordan Love and actually prove that he can play in this league, which I told everybody when he came out of college that I got clowned for. But option for the Jets, definitely. Don't think it's a good option for Malik Willis. That being said, we're not going to talk about Tua. I mean, come on, y'all. I ain't going to do that. I ain't even going to bring that up. You imagine Tua playing in New York for the Jets? You thought Miami was bad. Oh, my God. You hear reports about the Jets. I think that's smoke. I don't think the Jets can entertain that. Now, here's the interesting thing. See, I made this video and then I came back and redid it because I got a report to report on. You know, I got some information to report on, and as concerning this Jets quarterback situation. Reports are, because remember, Frank Wright is the Jets OC. You know, remember, former coach of the Colts. Now, thinking about the Colts, you're thinking about their quarterback situations over the last few years. So, do you trust Frank Wright? Jets fans, do y'all trust Frank Wright? I don't know. And I'm really questioning him because let me tell y'all the quarterback he wants. The report is that the Jets and Frank Wright would prefer to have Carson Wentz as their quarterback in 2026. Yeah. Carson Wentz. I don't know, man. I mean, dang. Can you be in a worse situation than to go from Justin Fields to Carson Wentz? Oh, my God. Huh? I'm not joking. Connor Hughes reported Jets are interested in Carson Wentz.
His option, and Frank could pick his quarterback, he would be picking Carson Wentz. I don't think only Carson Wentz. It's not going to be just him in the building, but there is a legitimate affinity between these two guys.
Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. Whew. So, your best bet, Jets fans, is to look to 2027 NFL draft. That's where I've come to with this conclusion. Because I had some other ideas, but when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Nah. They not serious about this quarterback thing. Not at all. Not one bit. You know? in some ways, I can't blame them because you seemingly can't pick a quarterback, and when you do pick one, you can't develop them, and you let them go to another team and succeed. I mean, Sam Darnold. So I don't kind of blame them for not really trying to go out and get it. The Aaron Rodgers thing failed. Justin Fields failed. Sam Darnold failed. Zach Wilson failed. Geno Smith fell, who, by the way, got released and is an option. You think Geno want to go back there? Phew. But money talks. Who knows? And never know. So that's an option. Geno Smith return to the Jets. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, man. In all seriousness, I think the best option is just to go get somebody in the draft. For real. Like you can't play around and bring in somebody that's not going to be there long term. If you're looking for a bridge, are you looking for somebody to just get you through this season? I don't think Carson Wentz going to get you through this season. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But, is it Jacoby Brissett? Is it a guy like Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins types? I don't know. I would want to go for the younger quarterback like a Kyler Murray or Malik Willis and try to build something. There's Anthony Richardson out there, but the Jets can't develop a quarterback. So ain't no need of bringing none of them guys in. Maybe Kyler because he could play a little bit. He's established. But the other two, I mean, they still kind of, going to need structure, which any quarterback does. Jets clearly don't have it, and it don't look like they trying to build any. Looks like their entire focus with Aaron Glenn is on the defensive side of the ball. So I hope you can build a 85 Bears type defense. Baltimore Ravens, Legion of Boom type defense. Because if you don't, you are going to get cooked, and Aaron Glenn will be fired, and that is such a shame. Another unpopular opinion. I actually think the guy's a pretty good coach. Especially on the defensive side of the ball, but just in a tough situation with the Jets, and he ain't doing himself no favors either, with some of the moves and how it's looking out there. But honestly, I do not see the Jets big in the quarterback market, despite the fact that they really need one, which is it's kind of sad, but Carson Wentz it is. Good luck, Jets fans. Anyway, I'm Unpopular Opinion Sports. Again, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. We cranking up the content over here on Unpopular Opinion Sports, so please hit that like, subscribe button, and share the content out, man. And comment. Please leave comments. I read the comments. And if you got an idea for the Jets quarterback situation, let me know. Or if you just think they kind of screw like I do. But till next time, y'all, I'm up out of here. Peace.